The Indian Air Force is all set finally to formally induct its Rafale fighter jets at the Ambala Air Base today in the presence of Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, as said by the officials. French Defense Minister Florence Parly and Air Chief Marshal Arkesh Bhadoria will attend the ceremony. The two ministers will hold a meeting on the sidelines of the event. Likely, 5 of the 36 Rafales ordered by the Indian Air Force have arrived at Ambala Air Base on July of 29. India had ordered the jets from France in a government-to-government deal worth rupees 59,000 crore rupees in September of 2016. While the Air Chief and other Indian Air Force officials welcomed the Rafales and the pilots on arrival, a formal induction ceremony is being held today, and all of these Rafales are a part of the number 17 squadron, which are also known as the Golden Arrows. Next batch, comprising 3 or 4 Rafale jets, is expected to reach Ambala from France in October, followed by a third batch in December. As said, India's new Rafale fighters will significantly enhance the offensive capabilities of the Air Force with their advanced weaponry, high-tech sensors, superior radar for detection and tracking of targets, and ability to carry an impressive payload. To get in detail with this particular interesting information and various other considerable important Indian and international inputs, let us begin with today's defense updates of 10th of September 2020. Hello and welcome to SSB Crack Exams. We are one-stop solution for you if you are preparing for various defense examinations like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army and Central Armed Police Forces Assistant Commandant's examination. I highly request you to follow us on all of social media platforms, and I recommend you to download our Android app from Google Play Store and start off with your preparation in a very good and with a very detailed and consolidated strategies that are prepared by us. So let us begin with the question of the day that I have discussed, that I posed you on 9th of September 2020, that is yesterday. And the question that I asked was, who is the first police officer to receive the Kirti Chakra? I repeat the question, who is the first police officer to receive the Kirti Chakra? And everybody has given a correct answer. He is the current National Security Advisor Ajit Kumar Doval. Ajit Kumar Doval or Ajit Doval is the current National Security Advisor to the Prime Minister of India, and he's the first IPS officer to receive the Kirti Chakra. Okay, so he previously also served as the director of the Intelligence Bureau in 2004 to 5, and after spending a decade as the head of its operation wing. He is also regarded as an instrumental figure in revocation of special status of Jammu and Kashmir and is a retired member of Indian Police Service. He also became the founding director of Vivekananda International Foundation, a public policy think tank set up by the Vivekananda Kendra. Also, now we will understand in a little bit detail about what is the Kirti Chakra. Kirti Chakra looks in this particular way. So, it is an Indian military decoration awarded for valor, courageous action, for self-sacrifice away from the field of battle. Okay, away from the field of battle, that is known as a Kirti Chakra. It may be awarded to civilians as well as military personnel, and it is the peacetime equivalent of the Mahavir Chakra. Okay, so it is the peacetime equivalent of the Mahavir Chakra, and it is second in order of precedence of the peacetime gallantry awards, and it comes after Ashoka Chakra. Okay, so first comes the Ashoka Chakra, next comes the Kirti Chakra, and then in the end comes the Shaurya Chakra. So Kirti Chakra is the second most important one. So before 1967, Ashoka Chakra class 2 was the name it was given to the Kirti Chakra. Okay, so there were 3 Ashoka Chakras before 1967. They were named as Ashoka Chakra class 1, Ashoka Chakra class 2 and Ashok Chakra class 3. All of those 3 are renamed after 1967 as Ashoka Chakra, Kirti Chakra and Shaurya Chakra. Okay, so now let us begin with the first and foremost important defense update for today, and that is about induction of Rafale jets into Indian Air Force at Ambala Air Force Base. And this is the very important and strategic update. We already covered very numerous important inputs regarding the Rafale aircraft, the aerodynamic characteristics it has, and about in detail regarding the number 17 squadron, the history, and what all things have happened regarding the important documentation and the government-to-government deals between India and France regarding this particular Rafale information. So now we will get through in detail. Today, Rafale is being conducted. Its induction ceremony is going on now. So Indian Air Force is all set formally to induct its Rafale fighter jets at Ambala Air Force Base on Thursday, that means on today, okay, in the presence of the Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, and even the French Defense Minister Florence Parly is also ready, and she is also attending along with the Indian Air Chief Marshal Arkesh Bhadoria, and every other most important Indian Air Force, Army and naval officials are going to attend this particular prestigious ceremony. Both defense ministers of India and France are likely to hold a meeting on the sidelines of the event. So The India's new Rafale fighters will significantly enhance the offensive capabilities of the Air Force with their advanced weaponry, high-tech sensors, superior radar for detection and tracking of targets, and ability to carry an impressive payload as said by the officials. Rafale weaponry includes Meteor, beyond visual range air-to-air missiles, Mica multi-mission air-to-air missiles, Scalp, deep strike cruise missiles, and weapons that allow fighter pilots to attack air and ground targets from standoff ranges and fill a significant capability gap. Okay, so that is it regarding most important update. Now going through with the next important information is that 50,000 people Liberation Army men and surface to air missiles are now there near the line of actual control. Chinese have begun deploying and they have started making its fleet in a much more bigger way after the LAC. So according to the intelligence reports by the Indian officials, China has amassed about 50,000 troops, and among all of them, along with their surface to air missiles, large selection of rocket forces and close to 150 fighter aircraft within striking distance of LAC, and this is the largest buildup of troops in the region. Okay, India has still not been able to figure the motive and timing of the move, but still we are still each and every information is being on. There is an assessment that the PLA troops are not controlled by local military commanders but are directly from the Beijing. Okay, so this clearly mentions that the China has a complete knowledge and China has a complete interest in acquiring the Indian territories which is extremely illegal on their part. Okay, so India is striving its level best and it will always protect its territories whatever might happen. Going through with the next important update is that Subramaniam Jaishankar, the Foreign Minister of India, has met the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov to further special the partnership amid the LAC tensions. It is very, very important for our country to maintain a very peaceful and crucial negotiations with Russia while in case we are having problems with China. So both the ministers have understood to have discussed special aspects of strategic partnership in the run-up to annual summit that would witness agreements across sectors including defense, connectivity, space and nuclear energy. So four most important sectors are discussed, and this was Jaishankar's second visit to Moscow since 2019. Previously also he had visited to Moscow. Over the last few months, the two ministers have interacted over a number of times through virtual media. Okay, so now let us go through with the next important update, and that is about India's defense exports increased by 700% in 2 years, and India ranks 19th among world defense exporters. Who said this? He is one and only the Chief of Defense Staff, General Bipin Rawat. Okay, so General Bipin Rawat has said that India has ranked now as 19th among world's defense exporters. This is very, very crucial and a very appreciable input. So according to his words, he said that we witnessed a staggering 700% growth in defense exports from 1,521 crore rupees in 2016 to 17 to 10,745 crores in 2018 to 19, and all-time high ranking of 19th in the list of defense exporters in 2019. As said by the CDS Rawat, and he said these words during an e-symposium on catalyzing defense exports via video conferencing, and he also mentioned that Atmanirbhar Bharat is all set to sustain long-term goals. Now, the next important defense update is that after India, Australia is going to acquire the K9 Thunder self-propelled howitzers from South Korea. We have to understand what is K9 Thunder self-propelled howitzer. I will give you detail regarding that, but first we will understand what is this one. This is a South Korean missile. Okay, so regarding the Australian government has announced that it would procure new self-propelled 155mm by 52 caliber artillery guns from South Korea via a press release by the Australian Department of Defense on Thursday, that means today. Okay, so this is the sole candidate for the country's Land 8116 artillery replacement project, one of the Australian Army's modernization programs. Now we have to understand the specialities regarding the K9 Thunder self-propelled howitzer. The K9, nicknamed as Thunder, is a self-propelled howitzer system designed by the South Korean Agency for Defense Development and Samsung Aerospace Industries, now manufactured by Hanwha Defense, and it fires the 155mm by 52 caliber projectile up to ranges of up to 40 to 50 kilometers depending on the ammunition variant. Okay, so the system has been successfully exported to 7 countries which include Turkey, Australia, India, Estonia, Norway, Finland and Egypt, and it has an operational range of 480 kilometers and can achieve a maximum on-road speeds of 67 kilometers per hour, making it an attractive option in its category. The system is complemented by an ammunition resupply vehicle and has an ability to fire shells in MRSI module, firing 3 shells in under 15 seconds, 1 shell every second, each in different trajectories, so that all of the shells will arrive on their target at the same time. And according to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, K9 Thunder accounted for 48% of the global self-propelled howitzer market between 2000 and 2017. Going through with the next important update is that China has edged ahead of United States in integrated air defense, land-based missiles and naval shipbuilding. This is regarding the China military power report that has been produced, that is already published by the United States Department of Defense, and it was produced to the United States Congress few days back in this particular week, and it is a 200-page long DoD assessment document, and it highlighted 3 specific areas where China has already surpassed the United States. Okay, so what are all those 3 areas where China has surpassed the USA? The first area is integrated air defense systems, and the second area is land-based conventional ballistics and cruise missiles, and the third area is naval shipbuilding. So the United States of America believes, and according to its report by the United States Department of Defense, and it is that the China has surpassed the USA in all these 3 most important areas. Okay, so to get in detail regarding what are all those important points and how did United States of America think that China has surpassed it, and what are all those important contingencies and the details regarding this particular one. To know about all of those important information, I request you to go through our important PDF document that is provided from our site through our app. So those who have already downloaded the app, they can also go through the complete PDF report. Also, you can even reread the complete information in the blog also. So now going through with the next important information is that United States has withdrawing the thousands of troops from Iraq and Afghanistan. So this is regarding that recently we have also seen an update that the United States presidential elections are very near. So the Donald Trump has also witnessed that he believed that he wants to make himself more secure in the coming up election. So this might be an attempt to do that, but we are not sure about what is the information regarding that. So during a visit to Iraq, Marine General Frank McKenzie, the commander of US Central Command, he said in the introduction in Iraq, from about 5,200 troops to about only 3,000. It reflects the Trump's administration's confidence in the ability of United States trained Iraqi security forces to handle the militant threat from the Islamic State group. Also, we got an important update that the United States is withdrawing thousands of troops from Afghanistan also. So both are very important measures that see clearly to mention towards the American citizens that Trump still has an idea of providing peace towards the global security. So we will see what all things will be going on in the future, and each and every other detail regarding this particular one will be discussed from our side. So now going through with the next important update is that multiple Chinese Su-30 and J-10 fighter jets have entered the Taiwanese airspace to the Taiwan southwest, and Taiwan has also issued the security warnings, but still China has not responded as quickly. So Taiwan's armed forces can respond quickly and appropriately to such movements, the military said, calling on the people not to be alarmed. Taiwan's Liberty Times newspaper said that Taiwan issued 24 verbal warnings over the radio for the Chinese aircraft to leave. Okay, so but still the Taiwan is currently carrying out live fire operations, tests of its southeast and eastern coast. There was no immediate comment from China regarding its violation of airspace. That is it regarding the most important updates for today. Now we will have a very quick review by going through some of the most important questions. And the first and foremost question is, 5 of the 36 Rafales ordered by the Indian Air Force arrived at the Ambala Air Base on. They all have been arrived the Indian Ambala Air Base on the July of 2020. Going through with the next important question is, India had ordered the jets from France in a government-to-government deal worth how many rupees in September 2016? It is 59,000 crore rupees. Remember the amount, it is 59,000 crore rupees, the deal of the Rafales. Going through with the next important question is, Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar is understood to have discussed ongoing tensions along LAC among other issues with his Russian counterpart Dash in Moscow. Simply, who is the Russian Foreign Minister? And he is Sergei Lavrov. Remember, he is Sergei Lavrov. Mention in the comment section who is Sergei Karjakin, who is Sergei Bubka, and who is Sergei Shoigu. Okay, going through with the next important question is, Chinese Finance Minister is, the Chinese Finance Minister is Wang Yi. Also mention in the comment section who is Wei Fenghe, who is Li Keqiang, and who is Hu Xiaokong. Going through with the next important question is, Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat on Wednesday said that India is currently ranked dash in the list of top defence exporters in the world as of 2019 data. The rank of India in the world top defence exporters is now 19th. Okay, so going through with the next important question is, the United States will pull thousands of troops out of which two countries by November, and those two countries are Iraq and Afghanistan. Now we will have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is, Yash Siddhi is the motto of which regiment of Indian Army? Okay, I repeat the question. Yash Siddhi is the motto of which regiment of Indian Army? The complete details regarding this particular regiment and the various other consolidated features about this particular regiment I will be mentioning you in the next session. Until then, always stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams. Subscribe to this channel. Download our Android app from Google Play Store. Always stay safe. Always stay healthy. Keep smart. Keep smiling. Jai Hind.